To Chickasha.
Kind of a little bit of checking. It looks like Blackwell's going to be the seventh seed out here. It sounds easy, but if something happens, we got to get faces in the umps. They're probably, in my opinion, two of the most. It's just these two guys here in the past have been really. I don't know. I think thoroughbreds at the weigh-in.
Yeah. If we get our bats warmed up, we're good to go live in Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Chickasha, Oklahoma. First pitch is going to be called strike. Make the count 0-1. And they didn't charge us nothing. They came down here, got it ready for us, so shout out to them for that. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss.
Up there on the bump for the Leopards. First up, RJ.
Yep, it all looks about the same. Not a lot of different. I think Ramage is at right, and I think left is Ty Ferguson. Wrestler, second base, ramming. He popped over to Maroons. So 1 out, no one on base. Again, 27 up to bat. High, make the count 1-0. That's going to be high as well. 2-0 now the count to number 27. It's going to be fouled back. The pitch. Again, 1 out. Base is clear. Pitches away. And after him will be number 30. And the windup. It's doing a pretty good job here, so don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Kessler, you're on the mound. First pitch. Out to Kessler. Payoff pitch. Ferguson up to bat. Runner at first. No outs. But first, that'll be out number 1. But Kessler will advance over to second. 11, Tucker. 0. Count, 1 out. Runner at second. Pitches. To Kessler at third. There's 1 out. Again, Blankenship up 18. So 1-0 count for Blankenship. Pitches away. Be high. That'll make the count 2-0. The windup, the pitch. It's going to be fouled back. 2-1 now the count for Blankenship. The 2-1. It's going to be high and outside. 3-1 now the count. So 3-1 count, 1 out. Runners on the corners. Still scoreless in the bottom of the first. That pitch, that's going to be popped over to center. Center fielder going to be under it. Be out number 1, or 2, excuse me. But Kessler will score from third. Make the score 1-0. Your Leopards on top. In the bottom of the first. So 2 outs away in the bottom of the first. Runner at second. Again, score 1-0. I'll bring up the right fielder, number 19, Aiden Ramage. We were having Wi-Fi issues, but we got it fixed now. So first pitch is going to be 1 ball. So 1 ball, no strikes to Ramage. The 1-0 be way inside. And to count 2-0. So Morris at second. Again, 2 outs. Ramage up to bat with a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll make the count 2-1. Two 1 count. 2 outs. Runner at second. Again, score 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Pitch from 24. That's going to be down the middle. It's count 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ooh. Inside. Morris will advance over to third, and he will make it over to home, and he will score. So an error at third, which advances Morris to home. Now score will be 2-0.
I was about to say, Ramage just the ball barely missed the tip of Ramage's
It almost
nose.
hit him. So base is clear. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Again, score 2-0 now in the bottom of the first. Two-two pitch. That's going to be fouled away. Keep the count at 2-2. Morris almost hesitated there. He decided he has the speed though, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure he realized what happened there.
I don't think he did either. And I apologize. That was we had full count. That was ball, so that'll walk Ramage over to first, and that'll bring up number 10, the second base, or excuse me, sorry, the catcher, number 22, Clayton Sanders. I thought Ramming was going over the bat. So again, Clayton Sanders up to bat. Runner at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. They can score 2-0. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be called strike. And to count 0-1. Okay, pitcher's going to step off. A little bit more time. And a pitch, and that's going to be high and outside. And to count 1-1. It's a 1-1 count. 2 outs. Runner at first for Clayton Sanders. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to hit Clayton. I'll put him at first and put Ramage at second. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 10, Brody Ramming. And they're going to have a pitch runner for Sanders. That'll be number 7, Daniel Ponce at first. So again, ramming up the bat. After him will be center fielder Mitchell Henson.
And at this point, the Leopards really don't have much wiggle room with runners at first and second, both runners are going to have to get on the move as soon as that ball's hit.
First pitch going to be called strike. Make the count 0-1. Yeah, base hit would be here, or it would be nice here. Got to be careful though. 2 outs. So 0-1 count, 2 outs. Runner at first and second. The 0-1. It's going to be low. Make the count 1-1. But I would say Leopard's doing a pretty good job here. I mean, they already scored 2 in the bottom of the first, so. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Made the count 1-2. The 1-2, to be high. Made the count 2-2 now for Raming. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at first and second. The pitch is away. That's going to be outside. That'll be a full count now for Raming. So full count, 2 outs. Runner at first and second. Bottom of the first, score 2-0. Your Leopards on top. The payoff pitch. He popped over to right field, and that'll get down. That's going to be a foul ball.
Oh, that was
so close.
Was barely, maybe a foot out. Just almost a perfectly hit ball.
That was close. It was almost fair. So Raming will head back, try it again. Still full count. Runner at first and second, 2 outs for Raming.
And I'm not sure if you noticed, but Ponce was
already
over to second by the time the ball hit the ground.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
The payoff pitch. That's going to be strike 3, out number 2. It's all right. We scored 2, so not a lot of damage done. But like I said, we scored 2 that one, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the top of the second inning. 2-0, your Leopards on top. You don't want to go anywhere, everybody. We'll be back with more Leopard baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the second inning. 2-0, your Leopards on top. Leading off the top of the second will be number 30 for the Maroons. And Dad, what'd you say?
Not Jake Rutledge.
I'm just saying Dad. I'm just saying Dad. I would say Ince is probably doing a pretty good job here. He's got a lot of strikes on him, so
yeah,
pretty good job here by Ince.
An absolutely impressive first inning for Ince.
First pitch from Ince. That's going to be inside. Or excuse me, that's going to be called strike. Made the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. It's going to be low. That'll make the count 1-1 to number 30. The 1-1. That's going to be fouled away. That'll make the count 1-2. So 1-2 count to number 30. Again, top of the second inning. Score 2-0. Pretty calm day here today, too. Not a lot of wind. The 1-2 pitch. He popped over to the shortstop, going to throw it over to first, and that'll be out number 1. So Kessler gets the ball, advances it over to first. That'll be, again, now out number 1 in the top of the second. That'll bring up number 30, or excuse me, number 3 for the Maroons. And after him will be I believe, number 11.
And, RJ, if you're a pitcher for this Leopard team, you've got to be pretty content knowing that you've got the rest of the defense there to back you up. Honestly, this is probably one of the better defenses that in Class 3A baseball today.
A lot of speed out in outfield, and second pitch is going to be in foul territory and can't come up with the ball, so that'll be strike number 2. Yeah, a lot of speed out in outfield, and these just a lot of people that have been playing baseball forever. A lot of seniors, and they know what they're doing. So.
Just an absolutely well-oiled machine, and it's been really neat to watch as they've just perfected their art as they've went through the season and just got better and better and better.
Yep. So 0-2 count to number 3 with 1 out. Base is clear. Waiting the pitch from Ince. The 0-2. That's going to be right down the middle. Strike number 3, out number 2.
And today, Ince is earning his keep throwing those strikes.
A lot of them, yeah. They'll bring up number 11 now for the Maroons. And that'll also put number 23 on deck. So 2 outs away in the top of the second. Again, number 11 up to bat. The pitch from Ince. Swing and a miss.
Speaking of strike.
Another one. 0-1 the count to number 11. The 0-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. A lot of his strikes right now, I would say, are swing and a miss strikes. The 0-2. That's going to be low. It's count 1 and 2. The windup, the 1-2. That's going to be fouled away. That'll keep the count at 1 and 2 for number 11. So 1-2 count, 2 outs, base is clear. Top of the second. Again, score still 2-0. Pitches away. It's also going to be fouled away. So count still 1 and 2. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be popped over and fouled away. So count still 1 and 2 for number 11.
You got to hand it to this kid. He's definitely fighting and clawing. And
he is not giving up this count.
But neither is Ince.
He is not wanting to strike out. That pitch is going to be high. That'll make the count 2 and 2 now.
And I'm calling this one a strike, RJ.
I think it will be too. That's going to be fouled back. Count still 2-2.
Had the ball been a half an inch higher, that would have been a strike. So it was almost correct.
Yeah. Again, 2-2 count, 2 outs, base is clear. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be called ball. Be a full count now for number 11. The payoff pitch. Going to be fouled away. Keep it a full count. I was right, number 23 deck.
And once again, we've got to give credit to this number 11. Man, he's a fighter.
Pitch, foul away.
It's kind of like watching Eric Dotson reel in one of those bass out there on the lake, watching Caleb. He's fighting this kid, trying to get him reeled in, and this kid's just not having it.
He is not. Still full
and
count.
You can see the smile on Caleb's face out there. He's enjoying this.
That pitch is going to be popped up. That should be an out. And that's going to be fouled as well. So still full count.
And once again, the smile
He
on
has got a
Caleb's
smile.
face is huge.
This kid is still up, so still full count. 2 outs. Bases clear for number 11.
You know, if this didn't take 15 minutes, we would make a highlight reel
Yeah.
of it, RJ.
Yeah. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3, out number 3. And that will retire the top of the second. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the second inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Score 2-0. Leading off the bottom of the second will be the center fielder, number 4, Mitchell Henson. So far, Caleb Ince doing good on the mound. He's got, I'd say, probably about 4 strikeouts so far, 5, somewhere around there. Bats are hot, too. First pitch, swing and a miss. As I said that. Made the count 0-1. Pitch. That's going to be a ball. Made the count 1-1. That pitch is. Did you see what happened? I wasn't paying attention.
2-1's now the count.
Okay, 2-1. 2-1 count for Henson. That pitch is going to be fouled away. Made the count 2-2. Two pitch. That's going to be popped over to third base. And you're going to throw it over to first. And Henson's going to be safe.
He beat it out.
Yeah, too much speed. You're not going to get Henson with that. It's too fast.
That's the advantage of Henson.
Yeah.
Up to bat. He's got the speed.
Yeah. So with that being said, Henson at first, no outs. That'll bring up number 1, the pitcher, Caleb Ince. Wind up in the pitch. That's going to be popped over to right field. That'll get down, and that will put Henson at third and put Ince at first.
And once again, Henson's speed on display as he maneuvers there from first all the way over to third. And
yeah, for a lot of guys, it would just be he'd be at second.
Yeah, we were one error away from putting another point on the board.
Yeah. So again, okay, so we got a courtesy runner now, number 6, Parker Dotson for the pitcher, Ince, and then I'll put runners on the corner, no outs. So base hit there for Caleb Ince, almost an RBI.
And RJ, we're back at the top of the lineup with our one-hole hitter, Bentley Kessler.
Yeah. So the shortstop, Kessler, up to bat. First pitch, it's going to be outside. Dotson will advance over to second, still second. Count 1-0. So 1-0 count. No outs. Runner at second and third. That pitch is going to be inside. That'll make the count 2-0.
RJ, for all those watching, we were just blessed in the press box by the presence of none other than Brandon Klein, the one and only.
The Lindsay legend.
He's a living Lindsay legend, yes.
That pitch is going to be called strike. Make the count 2-1. 2-1 count, no outs. Runner at second and third. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to be popped over to center. Center fielder should be an easy out. And he will be under it. That'll be out number 1. So that'll bring up your 2-hole hitter, number 3, Hi Ferguson. Again, Ferguson with the bat. Also, Dotson at second. Henson at third. With 1 out. Pitch going to be low. Count 1-0. So 1-0 count, 1 out. Runner at second and third for Ferguson. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be called strike. That'll make the count 1-1. So 1-1 count, 1 out. Waiting the pitch. Pitches away. It's going to be popped over to the center fielder. That's going to get down. That'll score 1. And Ferguson will advance over to second. So an extra base hit. Also a single RBI for Ty Ferguson. So 1 out away. And the bottom of the second scores 3-0. Your Leopards on top. Also, runner at second and third. That'll bring up number 11, the 3-hole hitter, Tucker Morris, third baseman. First pitch. That's going to be popped over to right field. And that is going to, is that clear? That hit the fence. It'll be a single RBI, double RBI for Tucker Morris. Make the score 5-0 now. I thought that cleared the fence. There was a pole in the way. I didn't see, but
it was probably about 2 foot off the ground.
It was close.
You know, that's 320 feet out there to that wall. There are some fields that we've played on, in particular, the one that comes to mind is the one at Toka, that would have went over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, 1 out, runner at second. 5-0, your Leopards on top in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up number 21, the first baseman, Bo Blankenship, your 5-hole hitter, or excuse me, 4-hole hitter. After him will be Aiden Ramage. The pitch will be high. Make the count 1-0.
And for those folks watching at home wondering, the 320 feet is the distance from home to right and left field. And 370 is the center.
So pitcher steps off. It's a little bit more time. Count still 1-0. The 1-0. Tucker Morris will steal third and will be successful. So that'll put Tucker Morris at third with a 1-0 count for Blankenship.
Do you remember what happened the last time he tried that?
I do not.
There was an error.
Oh, excuse me, 1-1 the count. An error, yeah, and he stole home, yeah.
He ended up getting home.
So 1-1 count, 1 out, runner at third for Blankenship. Pitches away. That's going to be popped over to the shortstop. That'll score Morris, but that will get out Blankenship. Needless to say, that'll be another score for the Leopards. That'll put the score at 6-0. Your Leopards on top in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Bases clear. That'll bring up the, I believe, right fielder, number 19, Aiden Ramage.
You know, that was just a really nice little sacrifice hit there by Blankenship to go ahead and put 1 more RBI on his stat sheet. So
that pitch
kind of a trade-off.
Yeah, it was smart. I mean, we only had 1 out, so scored 1. Smart play there for Blankenship. 1-0 count. That's going to be popped over to right field, and that is going to be not caught. So that'll put Ramage at second. So an extra base hit for Aiden Ramage. Our bats are hot right now.
And like I said at the beginning of before the game started, these guys look like a bunch of thoroughbreds out there on the racetrack, ready to come out of the chute. And it looked like Ramage had about 10% extra speed there from what I'm used to watching. So
Yeah, I mean he was putting on the jets.
definitely put on the jets.
So runner at second, 2 outs away in the top or the bottom of the second. Excuse me. That'll bring up the catcher, number 22, Clayton Sanders. Again, score 6-0 in the bottom of the second. The pitch is away. That's going to be popped over to left field, and that will be caught for out number 3. So that will end the second inning and bring us to the top of the third. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. You've been watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to the top of the third inning. Score 6-0. Your Leopards on top, leading off. And the top of the third will be number 23 for the Maroons. That pitch, swing and a miss. Make the count 0-1. So 0-1 count for number 23. The 0-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled away. Make the count 0-2. So far, Dad, or not Jake Rutledge. Saying Dad.
You can just call me not Jake. How about
Not
that?
Jake, okay. So far, these Leopards, bats hot. Caleb's just great. I mean, the outfield doing a great job. Infield, everybody's just doing a great job right now.
You know,
I mean,
the bats are hot for the Leopards. The pitching's hot. You really couldn't. You can't if you're Coach Edward. I mean, look at him over there.
Yeah.
He's just sitting on his bucket.
and I don't blame him. That pitch, that's going to be popped over to Brody at second. That'll throw him out at first. That'll be out number 1.
Anybody that knows Coach Edwards understands that is not typical. Usually
Right.
he's up and
usually
around and
active,
moving,
yeah.
but he's just
Yeah, very
relaxed.
happy right now. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I don't blame him. I'd be happy right now too. I mean, it's top of the third. We're already up 6-0, so 1 out away. First pitch, that's going to be fouled away. Count 0-1.
We got to give a shout out to Riley Smith. Riley is doing his student coaching here, but today Riley had to go take some tests over in Ada.
That pitch is going to be, it's going to drop down before it gets to the right fielder. That'll put the runner at first. That'll bring up number 2 for the Maroons. Yeah, Riley, and he always gives us information. You know, if we don't know
Absolutely.
information, he'll tell us. So
But he's having to watch from Ada today,
Yeah,
so he's
yeah.
a little disappointed,
Yeah.
brokenhearted. But anyway, shout out to Riley.
Yeah.
Or wait, we got to call him Coach Smith
Coach
now.
Smith, yes.
Coach Smith.
Coach Smith. So a runner at first, 1 out. Again, number 2 up the bat for the Maroons. After him will be, I believe, number 24. Pitch from Ince. Be fouled away. Hit count 0-1. So 1 count. 1 out. Runner at first. Throw it over to first. He will be safe. So count still 0-1. This time he'll pitch it. It's going to hit the dirt. Runner from first will advance over to second. Had plenty of time there. Just an error there. Lost the ball. It's okay.
And that, that's very uncharacteristic of Ince and Sanders. So really nothing to be worried about.
No.
And if you're Coach Edwards, you'd rather have that happen when you're up 6-0.
Right. Pitches away. It's going to be outside. Count 2-1. Yeah, honestly, I don't know how he does it. A pitch like that, as wild as that, it's hard to get the ball. So 2-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled back. Made count 2-2.
And that's Sanders is definitely good at managing those type of pitches, and
it's rare that
obviously
you see that happen.
he's
Very
headed
rare.
to the next level next year. So,
But like I said, it is very rare to see him lose a pitch like that. He usually has it, but things happen. 2-2. That's going to be fouled back. Keeps count at 2-2. So 2-2 count. Runner at second, with 1 out for number 2. Waiting to pitch. The 2-2 pitch. He fouled back. So count still 2-2 for number 2. That's a lot of 2s.
This kid has got to be kin to that number 11. Pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3, and that'll send number 2 back to the dugout and bring up number 24, the pitcher. And I believe we're back at the top of the lineup, RJ.
Yes, with number 21. Number 24, excuse me. That pitch, that's going to be popped over to left field. Ty Ferguson under the ball.
Making it look easy.
That's going to be out number 3, actually. So that'll end the top of the 3rd, and that'll bring us to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back, everybody. More Leopard baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. Score 6-0. Leading off at the bottom of the third will be number 10, the second baseman, Brody Ramming. After him will be number 4, the center fielder, Mitchell Henson. First pitch. That's going to be outside.
You know, at this point, RJ, we're just looking for the Leopards to continue to keep the bats hot, continue to keep that rolling, and maybe I'll be right. Maybe my 10-point score would be.
You did say we'd win by 10, so. Count now 2-0 for Ramming. If our bats stay hot, we're good. That pitch is going to be outside. And count 3-0. And that, not Jake Rutledge. A lot of seniors this year. We're going to definitely miss these seniors. Definitely going to lose a lot. I think there's like
13.
13, yeah, a lot of seniors. So we're definitely going to miss these seniors. But I think we're also going to have a lot of guys coming up that are very talented, and I think we'll be okay.
Absolutely, you know, and with, you know, if you know Coach Edwards, you know he follows that next man up mentality. So he's always producing a stable of players to step up, and so I think we'll just keep progressing next year.
That pitch, that's going to be popped in the gap over to the left fielder. He's going to throw it over to the third, but he has plenty of time. That'll put runners on the corners with no outs. That'll bring up number 1, the pitcher, Caleb Ince. That was a great hit there, right in the gap. Nice little base hit there for Mitchell Henson. That pitch, that's going to be low. Henson will steal second. So runners at second and third. Count 1-0. The 1-0. He popped over to the second baseman, an error at second. And that'll score 1, and that'll also score Henson. So Brody Ramming and Mitchell Henson score. That'll make the count, or the score, 8-0. Your Leopards on top in the bottom of the third with Ince at first. So a double RBI for Caleb Ince.
And, you know, RJ, we're no outs, and we're back at the top of our lineup. You got to be asking yourself, at some point, is the Maroons coach thinking about maybe making a pitching change?
I would think so.
I believe this is the third or fourth time we've worked our way through the lineup.
Courtesy runner number 6, Parker Dotson, going to be courtesy running for Caleb Ince, the pitcher. Pitches away, and an error by the shortstop, loses the ball. So that'll put Bentley Kessler at first and Parker Dotson at second with no outs. That'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, number 3, the second baseman, Ty Ferguson.
Yeah, and if you remember I believe the last inning, Ty had a pretty well hit ball and a nice little double out there. So I think he scored a couple of runners, at least one. So his bat's hot. So hopefully we're going to continue with that trend.
Honestly, I think everybody's bat's hot right now.
Yeah.
Pitch, that's going to be inside. Almost hit Ferguson. Made the count 1-0. The windup and the pitch. Fouled away. Made the count 1-1. And also, the Leopards also playing at 1 o'clock after this as well.
Well,
if this game
if it doesn't rain,
and if it doesn't,
that's probably and hopefully a slight possibility that if this game gets done a little early, maybe they can start the next one a little
Yeah, if
early
we can
so we
run
can beat the
roll
rain.
them and then get a second game on the way, we'll be fine. So 2-1 count for Ferguson. That's a nice hit over to center. That'll drop down and score one. And the center fielder losing the ball as well. That'll score one. Parker Dotson. That'll make the score 9-0.
And, you know, just
one away.
like we were talking about just a second ago, that's a repeat of the last inning of Ferguson's last at bat. So, you know, last time he had an RBI on a double. So
That's a single RBI there for Ferguson. Also, runner at second and third, no outs. Tucker Morris up to bat, the 3-0 hitter. First pitch, right down the middle. Count 0-1.
And RJ, I'm looking for Morris to knock this one over.
That would be nice, yeah. That pitch, outside. Count 1-1. Pitch, that's gonna look a little bit outside. Call strike. Make the count 1-2. The windup and the pitch, swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 3, out number 1. That'll bring up the first baseman, 4-0 hitter, number 21, Bo Blankenship. Pitches away. Right down the middle. 0-1 now the count to Blankenship. Pitch. Called strike. 0-2 now the count to Blankenship. So 0-2 count. Pitches away. Outside. Make the count 1-2. Ferguson at second. And Kessler at third, excuse me. Pitches away. That's going to be popped over to the pitcher. Pitcher will throw it over to first. Kessler will score. That'll make the score 10-0 now. And also Ferguson at third, so...
And, you know, the first baseman there, he bobbled that ball, but honestly, I don't think it would matter. Ferguson was already pretty much to third.
Yeah.
And Kessler was at home, but you know, you start to watch as the Maroons start to make a few more errors, and you wonder if maybe they're getting a little bit rattled out there.
I think so. Yeah. Pitch from number 24. That's going to be called strike. 0-1 the count. Number 19, Aiden Ramage up to bat, the right fielder. Ferguson at third. Pitches away. That's going to be fouled away. The count 0-2. Yeah, Bo, he got out both times, but also allowed a runner to score, so can't complain about that.
Yeah, that's 2 sacrifice RBIs in a row for Blankenship.
Yeah. That ball is going to be outside. Make the count 1-2. So again, Ferguson at third. The 1-2. That's going to be foul away. Keep the count at 1-2.
You know, RJ, this inning here is very reminiscent of the last inning. We've had a lot of repeats. You know,
Yeah.
with Ferguson getting the double and Blankenship getting the sacrifice RBIs. It's very reminiscent. And here we are sitting. So far, they've scored 4 points. So very reminiscent of the last inning.
That pitch is going to be a swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 3, out number 3, and that will that will end the third inning and bring us to the top of the fourth. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, everybody. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network.
Yeah.
One. Welcome back. Top of the fourth inning. Score 10-0. Pitches away from Ince. It's going to be low. He's count 1-0. Leading off the top of the fourth will be number 24 for the Maroons. Or 27, actually. Pitch. That's going to be outside. Mid count 2-0. I believe it says 20. Yeah, 27.
27 is the two-hole hitter, and I believe his name is Burke.
2-0 pitch. Fouled away. Mid count 2-1. After Burke will be number 9 for the Maroons. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Made the count 2-2.
You know, RJ, at this point, you got to give this Maroon team a lot of credit. They've still got a lot of fight in them, and they're still, you know, this is an absolutely well-oiled machine in this Leopards ball club, but you got to give a lot of credit to the Maroons at this point. They're still fighting, they're still clawing, they're still doing their best, and trying to stay in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know they're down by 10, but they're not giving up, and that's all that matters. That pitch is going to be swing and a miss. Strike number 3, out number 1. That'll bring up number 9 for the Maroons.
You know, we were talking here at the break, RJ, while the district champs, obviously, Washington, are sitting at home with a bye week. This Leopards club is out here getting a little bit more practice in, getting some more experience in the playoff.
I think that's a good thing, honestly.
Yeah, obviously we would love to have won district, but it's kind of nice to be able to get this extra practice in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 1-0 count. Pitches away. He popped over to the second baseman, Brody Ramming, going to mishandle the ball, and that'll put number 9 at first with an error by Ramming. That'll bring up number 30 for the Maroons. 1 out away, still in the top of the fourth. The runner at first. Again, number 30 up to bat. After him will be number 3. Waiting the pitch from Ince. Pitches away. Outside. Made the count 1-0. The 1-0. Fouled away. That'll make the count 1-1 for number 30. Number 30 up to bat. Number 27 at first. Again, number 9 on deck. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and miss. Make the count 1-2. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be popped over to center field. And that's going to drop down before Mitchell Henson can get it. And that'll put number 30 at first and put number 27 at second with 1 out. That'll bring up number 3 for the Maroons. So runner at first and second. Again, 1 out. Score still 10-0 in the top of the 4th. Pitches away, inside. Made the count 1-0. And that ball just barely dropped down right in front of Mitchell Henson. He almost got to that, and it was close. Just couldn't get to it on time. It's all right. Pitches away. That's going to be called strike. Made the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Ince. So it's going to be fouled away. Made the count 1-2.
And RJ, as I mentioned before the game here, if you're watching, paying close attention to these umpires, this is by far one of the more consistent umpires we've seen all year.
Yeah, they do umping at Lindsay, and I'm very happy with them. They're always fair to both sides and pretty consistent. Pitch, that's going to be popped over to Brody at second, and it looks like shortstop Kessler going to get the out, force out at second. However, that's going to put runners on the corners with 2 outs. That'll bring up number 11 for the Maroons.
And are we going to have another showdown between number 11 and Ince?
We'll see.
Number 11 and number 1.
Yeah, number 11, number 1. Ince stepped off the mound and take the throw over to first. Step back on. Still no count. First pitch. He popped over to left field. And Ty Ferguson with a nice catch there at left field. That'll be out number 3. And that will end the top of the 4th, excuse me. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Two, one. Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning. Score 10-0. Leading off the bottom of the 4th will be the catcher, number 22, Clayton Sanders.
I was wrong a while ago. This one's going over, RJ.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's going to hit Clayton. Just as you said that hit Clayton.
Oh, I didn't get to finish it. I was going to say over his ankle.
Over his ankle.
Over his ankle.
Just barely over his ankle.
Yes.
That'll bring up the second baseman, number 10, Brody Ramming, and courtesy runner, number 7, Daniel Pont's going to come run for the catcher. Out at first, so runner at first, no outs. Brody Ramming up to bat. After him will be the center fielder, number 4, Mitchell Henson. First pitch. Oh, it's going to be outside. Nope. Call that strike. 0-1 now the count. Looked a little bit outside to me, but called it a strike, so. The 0-1. That's definitely going to be a ball. And going to throw it over to first. Pont's going to be safe. Count 1-1 for Raming. Throw it back over to first again. Pont's going to be safe. It's hard to get Ponce out. It's hard.
You know, that's what I was going to say. You know, you're going to have to get up way early in the morning, eat a whole lot of Wheaties, do 1,000 push-ups, and say 10 prayers before you're going to throw Ponce out.
Yeah, it's not very easy. 2-1 the count with the outside ball. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be called strike. Make the count 2-2. So again, Ponce at first. 2-2 count for Raming. Step off. Take the throw over to first. Count still 2-2. Pitches away. It'll be low. There'll be a full count now for Raming. I'm going to guess he's going to get a base hit here. I think he will. Payoff pitch. That's going to be fouled away. Keep it a full count. Pitches away. That's going to be strike number 3.
And Ponce finally gets the second. He's been working them.
So 1 out away in the bottom of the 4th. Ponce at second. Now they'll bring up the center fielder number 4, Mitchell Henson. First pitch. It's going to be outside. Let's count 1-0. Ponce with a nice lead out there at second. Pitcher's going to step off. That's going to be popped over to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to throw it over to first. And that's going to be error at first. That'll keep Ponce at third and put Mitchell Henson at second. So an extra base hit for Mitchell Henson with an error at first. That'll bring up number 1, the pitcher, Caleb Ince. With still 1 out. Mitchell Henson at second, Ponce at third. And honestly, even if it wasn't an error, I think Henson was still safe anyways. Pitch, that's going to be fouled away. Made the count 0-1.
Yeah, Henson's another one. You're going to have to get up early in the morning to beat him out.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, we've already seen him. I believe it was the last inning or inning before that play over at first. Beat the throw out over there.
The 0-1. Swing and miss. Make the count 0-2. Yeah, you either have to. You just got to get the ball as fast as you can to get him out. I mean, it's hard. He's just too fast. The 0-2. He popped over to the second baseman, misses the catch. That'll score 1. And that'll put Ince at first and Henson at third. Score now 11-0 with a single RBI by Caleb Ince.
And that ball was just 6 inches to a foot over the second baseman there, unable to.
It was a close one, but
It was just a beautiful, beautiful ball there.
courtesy runner for the pitcher Ince is going to be number 6, Parker Dotson. So Dotson at first, Henson at third. That'll bring up, I'm not sure.
That's
I think
Kessler.
back to the top of the lineup. Kessler, pitch, called strike. Made the count 0-1.
And I believe this is the 4th time we started to work our way back through the lineup. So Leopards getting plenty of practice here.
The 0-1. That's going to be outside. That'll make the count 1-1. Oh yeah, plenty of practice. Everybody's getting their batting going. I mean, I think we've been through it about 4 times already. Pitch. That's going to drop before the center fielder can get the ball, and that'll score 1. That'll make the score 12-0. Single RBI by Bentley Kessler. That'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, number 3, left fielder Ty Ferguson.
Just a beautiful at-bat there for Kessler as he just placed that ball right in the gap. Couldn't have been any more perfect.
Yeah, it was a nice hit. Kessler at first, Dotson at second. 1 out away in the bottom of the 4th. Again, Ferguson up to bat. First pitch. That's going to be called ball. And count 1-0. I think that was just a little bit. It looked like a strike, but I'm all the way up here, so I can't really tell. Pitcher's going to step off.
Well, I'm going to err on the side of the Leopards and say it should have been a ball.
Yeah. Pitch, that's going to be popped over to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to throw it over to the second baseman. Be out number 2. But Ferguson will make it to first, and Dotson will be on third with 2 outs. That'll bring up
That
number
was
11,
a dangerous
Tucker
throw there by the Maroons. You know, they've had a couple balls over there at first, so with Dotson at third, you definitely don't want your first baseman to drop the ball there because Dotson could take off.
He almost lost it again.
He almost lost it, yeah.
Pitch, and be outside. Be a little low and outside. Make the count 1-0. So again, runners on the corners with 2 outs. 1-0 the count for Tucker Morris, the third baseman. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Make the count 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker Morris. Number 24, still on the mound for the Maroons. The wind up in the pitch. Be a well-hit ball over to right field. That'll score 1 and put Morris at first and Ferguson at second. Single RBI by Tucker Morris. That'll make the score 13-0 in the bottom of the 4th, and it looks like they're finally going to have a pitching change. I believe that's what they're going to do. Or he might just go out there and talk to him.
I think Coach is just gonna try to settle down his pitcher there.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to do.
Maybe save his next pitcher for the next game.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do here. Which is, if it works, it works. I don't know. We'll see.
That's going to bring up Bo Blankenship. And, the last couple of innings, Bo has made himself famous for the little sacrifice singles. But we definitely don't want that this time with 2 out.
Yeah.
Look for something a little different from Blankenship this time.
So, again, Blankenship up to bat. Morris at first. Ferguson at second. First pitch. Whoa, okay. That was inside. He called it a strike. Made the count 0-1. I don't know about that one. That looked way inside to me. That almost hit Blankenship, actually. That pitch going to be called ball. Count 1-1. That looked like a strike to me. I don't know.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of that ump.
1-1. That's going to be fouled away. Made the count 1-2.
We all make mistakes every once in a while, RJ. Yeah.
But I will say
most people do. We don't.
I will say at least it's both sides. It's not just
on
us. But 1-2 count. Pitches away. Fouled back. Keep the count at 1-2. After Blankenship will be number 19, the right fielder, Ramage. Count still 1-2 to Blankenship. The windup and the pitch. We fouled away. That'll keep the count at 1-2.
And Blankenship sending a message over to the dugout there with that foul.
Oh, yeah.
ball.
That was, yeah. Usually it's our dugout. So again, Morris at first, Ferguson at second. Pitch, that's going to be popped over to the second baseman, and that'll be out number 3. That will end the 4th inning and bring us to the top of the 5th. We'll be back with more Leopard baseball. Don't go anywhere. We are watching Leopard baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Chickasha, Oklahoma. Top of the 5th inning, score 13-0. Leading off the top of the 5th will be number 23 for the Maroons. Pitching change they're going to trade off, or they're going to switch Ferguson and Ince. Ferguson's first pitch will hit number 23. 23 a little shaken up. So that will put 23 at first and try to walk it off. So Ince now at left field. Ferguson on the mound. And looks like they're going to switch runners now for number 23. He's just looked like he was hurting too much. So the new runner is going to be, can you see the number out there?
12.
12. So number 12 now. That'll bring up number, okay, no. Who's the new, out first? The batter's 12, but who's the runner at first?
I believe.
If you can see the number.
Number
That's number
20.
20, okay.
That's going to be Jeffries.
So Jeffries at first base. First pitch was a ball. Made the count 1-0. That pitch is going to be. Looks like it was high. Yep. Made the count 2-0. 2-0 count. Runner at first. Pitch. That's going to be called strike. Made the count 2-1. Excuse me. It's 2-1 count for number 12. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Made the count 2-2. It's a 2-2 pitch. That's going to be low. Make it a full count now for number 12. Payoff pitch. That's going to be outside. So that'll put number 12 at first base and put number 20 at second. And that'll bring up number 2 now for the Maroons. Put number 24 on deck. I believe number 24 is the pitcher, and he's the first hole hitter, I think. Going to have a courtesy runner out at first, number 34. Going to be the courtesy runner. Again, number 2 up to bat. Just got to get 3 outs here, and then that'll be ball game. Pitch. It's going to hit the dirt. Runners will advance over to third and second, and have plenty of time to do so. So runner at second and third. No outs. Count 1-0 for number 2. The pitch from Ferguson. That's going to be called strike. Made the count 1-1. The 1-1. It's going to hit the dirt. Make the count 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Made him chase for it. That'll be a 2-2 count now for number 2. After number 2, again, will be number 24, the pitcher. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike number 3, out number 1. That'll bring up number 24 for the Maroons. And after him will be number 27. So 1 out away in the top of the 5th. A runner at second and third. The pitch from Ferguson, right down the middle. Made the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Well hit ball over to center, but left fielder Caleb Bent's going to be under that one, and that'll be out number 2. So 1 out away from ending this ball game. That'll bring up number 27 for the Maroons.
As you just briefly mentioned, the Leopards hold them to 3 or less here. That's going to be the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're immediately going to go into the second game. So don't go away. There's going to be one more ball game here. So you got to win 2 today.
That pitch going to be called strike. Make the count 0-1. Yeah, and I think if our boys can just stay like this, we're going to win both of them, for sure. The 0-1 be outside. Make the count 1-1. The 1-1 count. 2 outs away in the top of the 5th. Runner at second and third. Pitches away. Swing and a miss. So 1 strike away from ending the ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And 27, excuse me. Pitches away. Right down the middle. That is strike number 3. Out number 3. And that will end the ball game. And that'll bring us to game number 2. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll wait until they get started. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Leopard baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and many diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back. Game 2. Tucker Morris now on the mound for the Leopards. First pitch going to be popped over to Bo Blankenship. Going to be forced out at first. That'll be out number 1 already. So again, Bo Blankenship at the mound. Brody Ramey going to be third. Shortstop still Kessler. Second base going to be almost said Bo. Ty Ferguson. Bo Blankenship at first. Right field still Ince. And left field going to be Ramage. And center field going to be Henson. So that pitch is going to be outside. Count 1-0. So 1-0 count. 1 out. First batter going to be, or second batter going to be number 30. That pitch is going to be also outside. Make the count 2-0. So game 1, we won 13-0. That pitch swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Let's see if we can keep our bats hot and get another run rule here. 2-1. That's going to hit the dirt. That'll be ball number 3. So 3-1 the count. Number 30. Also hit the dirt. That'll be ball 4. That'll walk number 30 over to first. And that'll bring up number 11 for the Maroons. Again, number 11 up to bat with 1 out, runner at first. The pitch for Morris. That's going to be right down the middle. So no balls, 1 strike for number 11.
Pitch away. Called ball. And I lost my count, RJ.
1-1.
1-1 will be the count with 1 out. Morris pitches away. Makes it just past Blankenship out to right field there where Ince retrieves the ball. That's going to put runners on first and second, bring up number 9 for the Maroons. That'll be Frederick, the 3-hole hitter.
So Frederick, number 9 up to bat. Runner at first and second, 1 out away in the top of the first.
So a little bit of a mix-up there from the last game out. Looks like Ince is going to be out in right and Ramage left field. And, of course, Henson's going to remain there in center field.
So, a little different here. And it looks like Ferguson now going to be the second baseman, usually where he plays.
Ramming's over on third, so.
The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, make the count 1-1. Yeah, Ramming at third, and Ramage going to be left field. I think that's Ramage.
That is?
Yes.
Ramage.
So 1-1 count. Pitches away. That's going to be outside. Count 2-1. Again, number 9 up to bat. After him will be number 3. The 2-1 pitch. Be foul away. Made the count 2-2. So 2-2 the count to number 9. The pitch from Morris. That's going to be popped over to the shortstop. Going to throw it, and he has no one.
There was no one home at third.
Yeah. It looked like Brody was moving
like
up
he was
and
covering second.
And yeah, and he could have got the out at third, but that's going to load the bases now, and that'll bring up number 3 for the Maroons. So pretty dangerous right here. We got to get 2 more outs. First pitch. That's going to be right down the middle. Make the count 0-1. Gotta avoid a base hit here. Need a strikeout. The 0-1. It's going to be popped over to the shortstop. I'm going to throw it over to Ty at second. Ty's going to throw it over to first, but the runner at first will be safe. That'll score 1, and that'll put the Maroons up by 1 in the top of the first with runners on the corners and 2 outs. That'll bring up number 12 for the Maroons, and after him will be number 27.
That's going to be number 12 is going to be Jeffries.
So number 12, Jeffries, up to bat. Just got to calm down here and do what we do best. Just need 1 more out. First pitch, runner will steal second, and that's going to be a thrown over to Ty. Ty was not at second. So runner will advance and steal second. That'll put runners at second and third. Count will be 1 ball, no strikes, with 2 outs for number 12. Pitches away. It'll be outside. Hit the count 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled away. Made the count 2-1. 2-1 count to number 12. The windup, the pitch from Morris. It's also going to be fouled away. Made the count 2-2. The 2-2 count. The pitch from Morris. It's going to be a swing and a miss. That's strike number 3, out number 3. So the Maroons score 1 in the top of the first. Let's see what the Leopards can do. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the first inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning, the Maroons up 1-0 over the Leopards. Leading off the bottom of the first inning will be your first hole hitter, number 16, the shortstop, Bentley Kessler. So lineup probably about the same. Probably not much different. First pitch. Oh, and number 9, the new pitcher for Maroons, Frederick. First pitch from him will be called ball. Made the count 1-0. Second pitch, also called ball. 2-0 now the count.
And this
for
pitcher
Kessler.
not wasting any time.
Now he's getting right to it. The 2-0. That's going to be called strike. Count now 2-1 for Kessler. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to be popped over to the center fielder. And that'll be an error by the center fielder. That'll put Kessler at second. So an error out at center field. So an extra base hit by Bentley Kessler. And that'll bring up number 3, the second, or 2-hole hitter, second baseman, Ty Ferguson.
Damn,
Kessler
that's a
at
heck of
second.
a way to start the inning.
Yeah. And I think that was their biggest problem, last game. They had too many errors.
Well, you can't blame this one on the sun, though.
No, it's not very sunny outside. Gonna throw it over to second. Kessler going to be safe. Again, Ferguson up to bat. After him will be number 11, the pitcher, Tucker Morris.
It looks like the umpire's out there having a little chat with this pitcher, warning him about the ball.
Yeah. Pitch. That's going to hit the dirt. Kessler still third and will be safe. So he saw the opportunity, took it, and was successful. So Kessler at third, 1-0 the count to Ferguson with no outs. The 1-0 going to be high. Make the count 2-0 now. The 2-0 pitch. Right down the middle. Made the count 2-1. And the umps switch spots. Usually the other one is behind the plate. I think they switch spots. Count now 3-1. Three-one pitch. He foul back. Be a full count now for Ferguson. Payoff pitch. That's going to hit the dirt. That'll put Ferguson at first. So that'll put runners on the corners. And that'll bring up your pitcher, number 11, 3-hole hitter, Tucker Morris. So again, Morris up the bat. After him will be Bo Blankenship, your first baseman. So Ferguson at first. Kessler at third. A base hit will score one. First pitch. Ferguson's going to steal second. Catcher decides not to throw it. So Ferguson at second. And Kessler at third. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be inside. Make the count 1-1. Still no outs. The 1-1 pitch. It's going to hit the dirt. Kessler will steal home, and the catcher loses the ball. It looks like he tripped, actually. So that will tie the ball game up at 1 and put Ty Ferguson at third with a count of 1-1. The 1-1. That's going to hit the dirt. Count 2-1. Oh, 3-1. Excuse me. I missed the ball. So 3-1 count. No outs. Runner at third for Tucker Morse. Pitches away. That's going to be popped over to right field. And that will be a foul ball. So that'll make it a full count now for Morris. Again, all we need is a base hit here. We got no outs. Payoff pitch. That'll be a foul ball. So it'll keep it out of full count for Morris. Ferguson, the lone runner at third. Waiting the pitch. The payoff pitch. That's going to be popped over, and the pitcher calls ball, and he will be under it. So that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up your first baseman, number 21, 4-hole hitter, Bo Blankenship. So again, Blankenship up to bat. After him will be Aiden Ramage. Pitch going to be foul back. It's count 0-1. Ramage playing right field today. Or no, left field. I believe last game he was right field. Now he's playing left field. So 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch will be high. Makes count 1-1. So Ferguson still at third with 1 out. 1-1 count to Blankenship. The 1-1 pitch. It's going to be high and outside. It's count 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to be low and inside. Made the count 3-1 for Blankenship. Waiting the pitch. The 3-1 pitch. That's going to be inside. That'll be ball number 4, and that'll put runners on the corners with Blankenship at first, and Ferguson at third, and that'll bring up the left fielder, number 19, Aiden Ramage, your 5-hole hitter. Still out. Still 1 out away in the bottom of the first. Again, runners on the corners. Ramage up to bat. Tied up at 1. First pitch. That's going to hit the dirt. It's going to be actually just low. Makes count 1-0. A lot of low balls here today by the pitcher. Waiting the pitch. The windup in the pitch. That's going to be low and outside. Make the count 2-0. The 2-0. That's going to hit the dirt, and that'll Blankenship will steal second. Ferguson stays at third. Count 3-0 now. 3-0 count, 1 out. Blankenship at second. Ferguson at third. Ramage up to bat. The 3-0. That's going to load the bases with ball 4. And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 10, Brody Ramming. And coach from the Maroons going to go out and talk to his pitcher real quick. So far, this pitcher kind of struggling a little bit. So, and I said Brody Ramming, I'm sorry. Number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders up the bat. After him will be Brody ramming. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. Clayton Sanders up to bat. Got Ramage at first, Blankenship at second, and Ferguson at third. Pitches away. It's going to be fouled away. That was a weird hit there. Made the count 0-1. He hit it, and then it went foul, and then it rolled past the line. Had a lot of backspin to it. The 0-1 pitch, fouled away. Made the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Clayton Sanders. That's going to hit him. So that'll score 1 and put the Leopards up 2-1 in the bottom of the first. And that'll keep the bases loaded. And that'll bring up number 10, the third baseman, 6-hole hitter, Brody ramming. And the courtesy runner for the catcher, Clayton Sanders, will be number 7, Daniel Ponce at first. Ponce at first, Ramage at second, and Blankenship at third. The pitch. That's going to be the low. Made the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll make the count 1-1 for ramming. So 1-1, the count. 1 out, bases loaded for Brody ramming. That pitch is going to be inside, or excuse me, that's going to be right down the middle. Made the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That'll be inside and low. So that'll make the count 2-2 for ramming. Again, still 1 out away in the bottom of the first. Waiting the pitch. The 2-2. It's going to be fouled away. Keep the count at 2-2. Ramming gets his call. The wind-up in the pitch. That's going to be popped over to right field. Right fielder will get the ball. Blankenship will try to, and he will still, he will score. That'll make this score 3-1. Also retire ramming. The fly out at right. So 2 outs away in the bottom of the first. Also a runner at first and second. Ponce at first. Ramage at second. Mitchell Henson up to bat. First pitch. Called strike. Made the count 0-1. Mitchell Henson, the center fielder today. It's usually what he always plays. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Ramage will try to steal third and will be out. We'll be out number 3. That will end the first inning and bring us to the top of the second. We'll be right back. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the second inning, your Leopards up 3-1 against the Blackwell Maroons. Leading off the top of the second will be number 27. After him will be number 23. So again, top of the second inning, score 3-1, your Leopards on top. Pitch from Morris. That'd be high and outside. Made the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike. Made the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count. Number 27. The 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a little bit high. Made the count 2-2. The 2-2. It's going to, it's going to hit number 27. Almost hit his neck area, I believe, but that'll put number 27 at first. And that'll bring up number 23 for the Maroons. After number 23 will be number 21. Not sure what his name is. And number 27, it looks like he hit his shoulder. Just going to walk it off. So 27 at first. Again, number 23 up to bat. That's going to be, try to bunt it. Misses it. Make the count 0-1. Pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes for number 23. Again, number 27 at first with no outs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3, out number 1. And that'll retire number 23 and bring up number 21. So 1 out away in the top of the second. Number 27 at first. Again, number 21 up to bat. First pitch from Morris. It's going to be inside. Mid count 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Mid count 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. That'll make the count 1-2 now for number 21. The 1-2 pitch. Right down the middle. Strike number 3, out number 2. Morris doing a good job. He found his rhythm. Doing a good job right now on the mound. That'll bring up number 24 for the Maroons. And then that'll put number 30 on deck. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. This one's a lot more of a closer game so far. We're only up by 2. First, that's going to be a little bit high. Made the count 1-2 now for number 24. The 1-2 pitch. Gonna hit the dirt. Make the count 2-2. That's gonna hit the batter. So that'll put number 24 at first and put number 27 at second. 2 outs. That'll bring up number 30 for the Maroons. So again, a runner at first and second with 2 outs. Score 3-1 in the top of the second. Not sure who's on deck after number 30. Pitch. That's going to be called strike. Hit the corner. Made the count 0-1. A 1 count. Waiting the pitch from Morris. Wind up in the pitch. It's going to be outside. 1-1 now the count to number 30. After number 30 will be number 11 on deck. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Makes count 1-2. The 1-2. Another swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 3, out number 3. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the second inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Chickasha, Oklahoma. Your Lindsay Leopards taking on the Blackwell Maroons. Your Leopards up 3-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Leading off the bottom of the second will be the center fielder, number 4, Mitchell Henson. Frederick, number 9, still on the mound. First pitch. Be a fair ball over to third. Throw over to first, and we'll tag him out. That'll be out number 1 already in the bottom of the second. And the first baseman, not sure. He's a little shaken up. Maybe landed on his foot wrong or something. I'm not sure. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to let them sort all that out. We'll be right back with more Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. So Mitchell Henson accidentally hit the first baseman with his shoulder in his nose, so he had to count 1-0. So 1-0 count, 1 out. Pitches away, foul back, had to count 1-1. So 1-1 count, 1 out, bases clear. Bottom of the second, score still 3-1. Your Leopards on top. The 1-1. Well hit ball over to right field. And that's going to drop down before the right fielder can get it. But Ince decides to stay at first, so that's going to be a base hit there for Caleb Ince. That'll bring up back to the top of the lineup, number 16, the shortstop, Bentley Kessler. So 1 out away in the bottom of the second with Ince at first, and Kessler up to bat. After him will be the 2-hole hitter, second baseman, number 3, Ty Ferguson. Pitch from Frederick. That's going to be well. That was a good job by framing that ball up. It was low. It looked like low to me, but he framed it up, catcher, just right, and the ump called strike. So that pitch is pretty obvious. Called ball. Make the count 1-1. And the pitch might have just barely been a strike. I'm not for sure. I'm all the way up in the press box. So pitches away. Ince is going to steal second, and we'll be safe. Ince at second. 2-1 count. Still 1 out away. Pitches away. That's going to be outside. Make the count 3-1. So 3-1 count. Pitches away. That's going to be called strike. Make it a full count now for Kessler. Pitch. That's going to be right in the gap. That'll score 1 and put Kessler at first. So a single RBI for Bentley Kessler. So score now 4-1. Your Leopards on top. That'll bring up the second baseman, number 3, Ty Ferguson, your 2-hole hitter. So again, Ferguson up to bat. After him will be the pitcher, Tucker Morris. The windup and the pitch. Kessler's going to steal second. Plenty of time. So Kessler at second. 1-0 count for Ferguson. The 1-0, that's going to be fouled away. Mid count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. It's going to be high. Made the count 2-1. So 2-1 count. Again, still 1 out away with Kessler at second. 2-1. Be fouled away. Made the count 2-2. Throw it over to second. An error at second. That'll put Kessler at third. So an error at second allows Kessler to steal third. Count still 2-2 for Ferguson with Kessler at third base. Still 1 out. Score still 4-1 in the bottom of the second. The 2-2 way outside. It's going to be a full count now for Ferguson. The payoff pitch. Well hit ball in the gap. That'll score one. It puts Ferguson at first. Single RBI, a base hit for Ty Ferguson. Score now 5-1. So 5-1 score. The bottom of the second. Still one out. Ferguson at first. Ferguson will steal second. And will get there safely. And I apologize, scoreboard just went down, so I'm going to get that back up real quick. So if I go silent, that's the only reason why. Okay. So count now 2-0. Score still 5-1. Ferguson steals third. Still one out for Morris. Pitch. The outside. Made the count 3-0. So 3-0 count. Ferguson at third. Still one out. The 3-0 pitch. Going to be low. That'll be ball 4. That'll walk Morris over to first, and that'll bring up your first baseman, number 21, the 4-hole hitter, Bo Blankenship. Again, Blankenship up to bat. Runners on the corners with one out. And that'll put the left fielder, number 19, Aiden Ramage, on deck after Blankenship. The first pitch. Be high. Morris will steal second. So 1-0 count. Runners at second and third with one out for Bo Blankenship. The 1-0. He fouled back to make the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. It's going to be a well-hit ball over to center, and center fielder just under it. So it'll be out number 2. That'll score a runner, though. Make the score 6-1 in the bottom of the second, with the runner at third. So again, 2 outs away in the bottom of the second inning. Runner at third. That'll bring up your left fielder, number 19, Aiden Ramage. First pitch, way outside. That'll score Morris. That'll make the score 7-1 now. Your Leopards on top. With the 1-0 count to Ramage. Still 2 outs. The windup, the pitch. Well hit ball in the gap. That'll put Ramage at first. Base hit by Aiden Ramage. So Ramage will be at first with 2 outs. That'll bring up your catcher, number 22, Clayton Sanders. Your, I believe, 6-hole hitter. Yes, 6-hole hitter. So again, score 7-1 in the bottom of the second. Your Leopards on top. First pitch almost hits Ramage. Mates count 1-0. Again, 2 outs away. The 1-0 pitch. He fouled back, made the count 1-1. So 1-1 count for Sanders. Pitch. That's going to hit the dirt. Ramage will still second. 2-1 count to Sanders. Ramage at second. Again, 2 outs away in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch is away. Pitch will be, that'll be fouled away. Made count 2-2. The 2-2 count to Sanders. Yeah. The 2-2 pitch. Gonna hit Sanders. That'll put Sanders at first and Ramage at second and bring up your third baseman, number 10, Brody Ramming. And courtesy runner for Sanders. The catcher will be number 7, Daniel Ponce at first. So waiting the pitch from Frederick. Pitches away. Right down the middle. Made the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Well hit ball over to right field. A line drive. That'll score 1. And Daniel Ponce will head over to third. And will be safe. Single RBI for Brody Ramming, an extra base hit. That'll bring up your center fielder, number 4, Mitchell Henson. Score now 8-1 in the bottom of the second inning, with Ramage at second and Ponce at third. First pitch, be fouled back, made the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Made the count 0-2. So they're on one strike away from ending this inning. It's been a long one. The 0-2. That's going to be popped over to, fouled away. Keep the count at keep the count at 0-2. The 0-2. That's going to be a well-hit ball over to right field. That'll score 1, and then it'll score 2 and put Henson at second. So a double RBI by Mitchell Henson. That'll bring up the right fielder, number 1, Caleb Ince. So score now 10-1 in the bottom of the second. Still 2 outs with Mitchell Henson at second. Again, Mitchell Henson with a double RBI. Pitch, Mitchell Henson will steal third. Plenty of time. That ball just got out of the catcher's hand and rolled back. But Mitchell Henson was already halfway there when that happened. So Henson at third. Count 1-0 with 2 outs. The pitch from Frederick. Be popped over to right field. That'll be fouled away. Made the count 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Made the count 1-2. So 1-2 count. Again, Mitchell Henson at third. Pitches away. It's going to be popped over to the shortstop. Should be a routine out. But Caleb Ince is going to be nope. He's going to be out. Looked like he got there, but maybe he didn't get his foot there. So be out number 3. The force out at first. And that will end the second inning. And that'll bring us to the top of the third. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back at the top of the third inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the third inning. Your Leopards up 10-1 over the Maroons. Leading off the top of the third will be number 11. After him, no one out there yet, so I'm not sure who's after him. So nice second inning for the Leopards. Scored, I believe, 7. They scored 7 the last inning, so good job there by the Leopards. First inning they scored 3 and only gave up 1 run. First pitch going to be high. Made the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. And it's also going to be that's going to be low. Made the count 2-0. So we got a high ball and then a low ball. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Count now 2-1. The 2-1. Way high. Count now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike for number 11. Pitches away. Right down the middle. Be a full count now. The payoff pitch. Way outside. Ball 4. That'll walk number 11 over to first, and that'll bring up number 9, the pitcher, Frederick. After him will be number 3 for the Maroons. Morris's pitch. Right down the middle. At the count 0-1. So 0-1 count. Runner at first. And no outs yet. The 0-1. It's going to be high and inside. Made the count 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count to Frederick. The windup, the 1-2. Foul away and hit the ump. And so let's see, not sure what the count yet. I'm not sure the count is. I believe it's just 1-2 still. That was fouled away. Still runner at first, no outs. What's the count? What's the count? I'm not sure, but is it 1-2? Not 1-3. So yeah, count 1-2. No outs, runner at first. Back to action now. Score still 10-1 in the bottom or top of the third. Excuse me. Number 9, Frederick, still up to bat. The 1-2 right down the middle. We strike number 3, out number 1. And that'll bring up number 3 for the Maroons. So again, number 3 up to bat. Still runner at first with 1 out. The pitch from Morris. Swing and a miss. So no balls, 1 strike for number 3. Or no strikes, 1 ball. Oh, wait. No ball, 1. Yeah, I said it right. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Second pitch will be called ball. They count 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count to number 3. The 1-2. Be outside. That'll put the count at 2-2 now. After number 3 will be number 12. So number 12 on deck. Waiting his turn. The 2-2. That's going to be called ball. We have full count now for number 3. So full count. Runner at first, 1 out. Payoff pitch. Foul back. Keep it at a full count. Payoff pitch. That's going to be swung over to third baseman. That's going to be easy out, and throw it over to second. That'll be a double play, I believe, unless, yeah. Nope, I'm sorry. There's only a 1 out. Okay, so 1 out or 2 outs away in the top of the third. Runner at first. That'll bring up number 12. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Runner at first. 2 outs. 0-1 count for number 12. Moore's going to step off. He'll pitch it. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Morris. 0-2 the count. After number 12 will be number 20 for the Maroons. Throw it over first. And that's going to be a pickoff. Nope. Called safe. That was, I believe, that should have been out at first. They call him safe. So count still 0-2. The runner at first, 2 outs. Pitch. Foul back. Keeps count at 0-2. The windup and the pitch. A wing and a miss. Strike number 3, out number 3. So that will end the top of the third. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the third inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. Your Leopards up 10-1. Starting off the bottom of the third will be the shortstop, number 16, Bentley Kessler. After him will be your two-hole hitter, number 3, Ty Ferguson. First pitch. Going to be low and outside. It's count 1-0. The 1-0, that's going to almost hit Kessler. The count now 2-0. The new pitcher going to be number 30. Pitch, he popped up, going to drop down. And can't come up with a catch. That'll put Kessler at first. With no outs, that'll bring up your two-hole hitter, second baseman, number 3, Ty Ferguson. Step off. Throw it over to first. Kessler going to be safe. No count yet. Pitches away. Be outside. Make the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Be popped up over to the second baseman. Maybe pop out. Be out number 1. And that'll bring up your three-hole hitter, number 11, the pitcher, Tucker Morris. But 1 out away, and the bottom of the third with a runner at first. Kessler still at first. The lone runner. Again, Morris up to bat. Score still 10-1. Waiting the pitch. Pitches away. Kessler going to steal second and will be safe. The count 0-1. The windup and the pitch. Yeah, that's going to be outside. Make the count 1-1 to Morris. The 1-1. Going to hit Morris. So that'll put Morris at first with Kessler at second with the 1 out. That'll bring up your first baseman, number 21, Bo Blankenship. So again, Blankenship up to bat. After him will be the left fielder, Aiden Ramage. Waiting the pitch. The windup in the pitch. It's going to be outside. It's count 1-0. The 1-0. That's going to be high. That'll make the count 2-0 now to Blankenship. The 2-0. Swing and miss. The 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, a runner at first and second for Blankenship. Again, score still 10-1 in the bottom of the third. Pitcher's going to step off. The 2-1. That's going to be inside. Make the count 3-1 now to Blankenship. So again, 3-1 the count. 1 out. The windup and the pitch. Be up. Popped up. And be fouled away. That'll be a full count now for Bo Blankenship. So again, full count. Runner at first and second. The payoff pitch. That's going to be high. That'll load the bases. But Bo at first. Morris at second. Kessler at third. And that'll bring up your left fielder, number 19, Aiden Ramage. Still 1 out away in the top of the third. First pitch to Ramage. Right down the middle. It's count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be a little bit inside. It's count 1-1. The 1-1. That ball is going to be high. So count now 2-1 to Ramage. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to hit Ramage. That'll score Kessler from third and make the score 11-1. Your Leopards on top in the bottom of the third. Ramage at first, Blankenship at second, and Morris at third. Again, still 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, number 22, Clayton Sanders. First pitch to Sanders. Swing and a miss. Count now 0-1. The windup and the pitch. Gonna hit Sanders. And that'll make the score 12-1 in the bottom of the third. Sanders at first, Ramage at second, and Blankenship at third. And still 1 out. That'll bring up the second baseman, number 10, Brody Ramming. And then waiting his turn after him will be number 4, Mitchell Henson. First pitch. That's going to be fouled away. Mid count 0-1. Courtesy runner for Clayton Sanders. The catcher will be number 7, Daniel Ponce. Count still 0-1 to Ramming. The 0-1 pitch. We fouled back. Make the count 0-2. The 0-2. Foul away. Keep the count at 0-2. So 0-2 count. 1 out. Bases loaded for Brody Ramming. Leopards up by 11 now in the bottom of the third. Waiting the pitch. The 0-2. Yeah, right in the gap. That'll score Blankenship from third. And Ramage probably could have made it home, but he decided to stay. That... Well, never mind. I see why he stayed now, because that's ball game. So that will end the ball game. The final score of 13-1. Your Leopards win this one in game 2. And that will be it, folks. Go ahead and call it a day. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors, all our viewers. And again, Leopards win 13-1. And game 2, game 1, they won 13-0. So thanks for, I think they won 13. Hang on, let me make sure about that. I'm pretty sure they won 13-0. Let me see. I already forgot. Yep, 13-0. So Leopards win first game 13-0. They win this one 13-1. That being said, we're going to call it a day. Thanks for everybody for watching. You've been watching Leopard Baseball.